Show me. Aye, come here.
So I went to see my brother.
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me to you. I'm a student from Prague, and I'm writing a treatise on miners and mine operations.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
All right, let's do it. I don't think I've played miners with a real miner before.
See? Kidder. There's a first time for everything. Let's crack on. Let the groschen roll.
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time. Oh, rooted again. What can you do?
What now?
Kurva! Bloody dice. Someone's throwing well.
At your service, sir.
Here.
Greetings. I'm with you.
My God, I'm done.
Good day.
Oh, good day.
Well, you're not afraid of anything. Kurva!
Great game, Sonny.
Now will you tell me what I want to know?
Aye, ask away.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about Alkin. Any yakker will tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip. Some a swally. Some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit. Or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cough is no.
How many corves did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 corves, without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
If you need out else, feel free to drop by.
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague. Henry. I'm writing a treatise on silver mining.
I didn't know you scribblers were interested in us ordinary yakkers, but you can't just amble around. You'll count your creels.
I'll just have a few questions.
The more we gav, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know, like?
What is the work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stide.
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakka graft, kidder? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you're hewing.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the corf, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a corf. That's near way to make a living, man.
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need to know that for? Them numbers won't be useful to nobody.
What do you want in return for telling me? Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, there is summat you could do for us. Me and my crew have been howking away in this heat, and we're bloody parched. We could do with a proper bevy, but Foreman Fett got scunned we were boozing in the shaft, so he locked it away in a chest on the bank, bringing enough ale for the whole crew. And I'll tell you how many corves it was.
I'll try to get you that beer.
You could try talking some sense into Fett. Maybe he'll listen to an outsider and see that tormenting yakkers with thirst is inhuman. God be with you, and have a pleasant evening.
Foreman,
What you-
sir, I'm...
But you...
I just...
What's it we got?
How
Bloody it. And
How do you...
see once
How much...
I'll tell you some
I want...
that
How...
less white.
I really need to know it for my work. My treatise won't be complete without it. Est rerum omnium magister usus. Experience is the best teacher. And you have that experience.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk-handed, eh? Alright, I'll tell ya. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. God be with you, good sir.
Where can I find your foreman, Paul?
What you doing here, kidder? Who let you in, bay?
I've got a letter of safe conduct from Christian of Pisek. I'm a student from Prague. I'm trying to get to know the miner's life from up close and write a thesis on it.
Right? A thesis? Well, be damned.
I just need to ask your foreman a few things.
Our gaffer's gone down there to pray. I don't know if he'd be up for talking, but...
Why wouldn't he be in the mood for talking?
Young jaybird, one of our Maras, got scrushed the other day. He hadn't even had a full week on the graft, poor lad. It happened the day before the feast of St. Petronilla. You'll find Paul at the lowest level by the roof fall. He's praying for the salvation of his soul. You'll hear the wind howling in the adit down there. It can be heard as far as that cursed road. I hear it's haunted. Don't fret, but St. Barbara look out for you. God be with you, and have a pleasant evening.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are you? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague, and I'm writing a thesis on the life and lot of miners. I hate to interrupt your prayers for a dead friend, but I need to ask you something.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now, I can't forgive myself.
Come on, it wasn't your fault. Accidents happen. It's God's will.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty
tin,
and merciful
iron,
God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I
of
ask that you
gold,
bless my brother
silver,
who has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may your
tin,
holy angels
iron,
save his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and metals.
Bring his soul
I
to
ask that you
eternal
bless
glory
my
through
brother,
our Lord,
who has died
our
in this
Saviour and
mine.
Redeemer,
Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save his soul from
Holy
damnation.
God,
Bring his
Holy
soul
Mighty
to
God,
eternal glory
Holy and most
through our
holy,
Lord,
have
our
mercy on us.
Saviour and
O
Redeemer,
Angel of Christ,
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
guardian and protector of my soul and body, forgive me every transgression which I have committed this day, and deliver me from every craft of my enemy and adversary. May I not anger my God by any sin. The Lord Almighty grant us a peaceful night and a perfect end. Amen.
So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask about out.
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the banking coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakka or two a month, you know. That's life like.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many corves did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
Look out! The ceilings are low, sir. God bless.
With you.
Guten Abend.
You're the local ore merchant.
Na ja, I buy ore. And who are you?
My name is Henry, and I'm here by Sir Christian's permission. I study at the university in Prague, and I'm writing a thesis on silver mining.
Wirklich? Interesting. In any case, you are in the right place. The Horschan shafts are some of the most profitable in all of Kuttenberg. I am Hermann. If you have any Fragen, I am happy to answer them.
As an ore merchant, what do you do?
My job is to buy ore from the mines and resell it to the smelting works. Every day I count the amount of the ore mined and test its quality. That is why we are also called assayers. Depending on the quality, I then estimate the price at which I can sell the ore.
Do you buy silver together with the stone?
I do. You can only get pure silver from the stone in the smelting works. That is why it is important to know how much of it is in the ore.
How do you estimate the price?
It takes skill and experience. I go through a few corves, get some samples, and bring them down here to assay them. Then I estimate the ratio of silver to the waste and set the price according to the average.
And the price is always the same?
Nein. The price of the corpse is determined by the highest bidder. The smelter that can pay the most gets it. The important thing is to keep an eye on costs, so we do not end up paying more for the ore than we get for the pure silver.
How many corvs do you buy a day?
It varies. It depends on the rock that is being hewed. When you hew into hard rock, the yield is smaller than from soft rock, which crumbles with little effort, but there's little silver in it.
How many corvs did you buy lately? For example, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Sancta Petronilla? Weiß nicht. Entschuldigung. I do not remember. You can ask Christian, though. It is all in the books.
Christian?
I'm trying to sleep. Come back in the morning.
Get out of my sight!
I already know how many corvs the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd say it's more.
Seriously? Why would anyone report more than they actually mined? The book lists 90 corvs extracted. That means 10 corvs of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corvs must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What about Vavak?
I still think the trail will lead us to him, but we know too little so far. You need to talk to Fett and Herman first. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Du lieber Gott. Gepriesen sei der Herr.
We need to talk, Herman.
Was ist denn los?
Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 corvs of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
In that case, someone else must be lying.
Or someone just cannot count. Why are you bothering me with this? Foreman Fett counts the corvs here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corvs than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fest of St. Petronilla? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All three crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Look, you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going to punish anyone.
I am innocent. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corvs to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corvs is 10 corvs after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never even met Vavak.
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. Understand?
Ja, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
But like him, you have nothing to be afraid of. You're small fry. It's obvious there's some bigger fish involved. And that's what interests me.
Alright, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear, if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was an accident.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
Excuse me?
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman this time, then?
But be careful. Baresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Baresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic as you can manage.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Baresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled peasant.
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other materials from it. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
What should I know about this Baresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady, who knows?
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Baresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the feast of St. Petronilla. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.
I'm being attacked!
In God's name!
Oh, that's what I call an
Show your stuff! Ha!
For the cross!
Thank you, lad. Who knows what they would have done to me?
Really, it was nothing. The main thing is you're safe.
All thanks to you. Here, take this. A keepsake. And thank you again.
Oh, you pooch.
Bitch. Hear ye! Let it be known that a new one-off tax is to be levied
Where
in
does the
city.
water come from?
I know that
Here,
times
in the
are
middle of the
hard
city.
and none of us has much to spare,
What?
but
bollocks.
look around. Crime of all kinds is surging in the city, with dubious characters moving in.
Why? Try to fly.
Christ, you startled me. I thought they'd come to get me.
I brought you that gemstone. It's really lovely. Just like your painting there. Especially after I improved it.
What? Oh, right. Wait a minute. You went a bit far. If you've got paid, you didn't have to ruin the painting.
No, you deserved it, that's all.
Maybe so. But I'd rather it been done more honorably. This isn't good. It shouldn't have gone like this, I know.
Is something the matter? You seem a bit off.
What? Me? Oh, no. And thank you, Henry. I did manage to sort something out with the armorer, though only halfway. He had no groschen, so he paid me with a cuirass. I've already sketched it, in case I ever paint a knight, but otherwise it's no use to me. You know, take it for all your effort.
Wow. Thank you.
But now, back to work. Quickly before... Oh dear.
How's that grand piece of yours coming along?
How? I'm not sure. Sometimes it feels like... No. That's Henry.
Yeah, of course I'm Henry. Are you sure you're all right?
Be quiet.
Come on. What's wrong?
Yeah. I'm painting, aren't I?
What the... Voiter, hey! Do you even see me?
What? Oh, sorry. Do you think we could have a talk? It's important. Actually, it's something I've never told anyone about.
Go on then. What's the matter?
The thing is... Damn! How do I start? You already know I'm still troubled to this day by what happened to Voiter. But there's one thing I haven't told you yet. Remember how I told you at Velez's shrine that the place spoke to me? And that in my head, I keep hearing Burkhart must die? Well, I meant that more seriously than you might think. I know how I must sound saying all this, but sometimes I really feel as though someone's talking to me, whispering and telling me what to paint. And other times, it's screaming so loud, it bursts my ears. I'm not sure how to explain it better, any more than I could tell a blind person what the color green looks like. But lately, ever since I heard Burkhard was in the Trotsky region, well, I'm just scared. Scared stiff of that endless shrieking, tearing my mind apart.
Can nothing be done about it?
I was hoping that now Burkhard's dead, it would all just go away. But no, that damn screaming is only getting louder and louder.
Couldn't it all be something like a sign from God? Plenty of people have heard voices, haven't they? The Lord spoke to Moses through a burning bush. And what about Abraham? God spoke to him too.
You're right there, friend. But my voice sounds different. We all know stories of people the Lord spoke to. But I'm afraid it's someone else who's speaking to me. Someone from down below.
Could you just be worn out? You've been working on that altar from dawn till dusk. Then your eyes and ears might start playing tricks, couldn't they?
On the contrary. When I'm working, it's actually more bearable. But whenever I stop painting, it comes back.
And could I help you with that in some way?
Maybe you could. At least for a while. I once told a herbalist I was having nightmares, and he brewed me a vile concoction. When I drink it regularly, and say an Our Father at the same time, it helps me quite a bit. Only now I've run out, and I've neither the time nor the energy to brew more. I thought I had enough left to finish the painting, and then it wouldn't be needed. But I miscalculated.
Wouldn't you rather I brew you something I already know how to make? Maybe a decoction of lemon balm and oregano. Used in the right proportions, it can calm a person nicely. And if I add nettles, you'll also sleep better.
I bow to your knowledge, but I'm afraid ordinary herbs aren't enough for my troubles.
So I can run off and get your medicine from the herbalist, right?
He could be anywhere by now. He wasn't the most honest man. That's why I didn't just buy the concoction from him back then, but the recipe as well.
Couldn't you take it to some apothecary and have a new batch brewed?
Not in these parts. I spent years building a good reputation here. I don't want folk knowing about this. Understand, my problem isn't a sore leg. I can't keep going to any random sawbones.
All right. I'll brew that remedy of yours. Or at least have a go.
Don't worry. The hardest part is finding all the ingredients. Getting mandrake roots and a river pearl was always a struggle for me. And I don't have the strength for it now. But luckily, you only need one of each. Then you add 2 handfuls of ordinary sage, boil it in some vinegary wine, and it's done.
Mandrake? What's that?
It's a very strange root. It looks quite like a tiny, chubby man, but it's no laughing matter. It mostly grows in graveyards. Try asking the local gravedigger about it. His name's František.
What about the River Pearl? Don't tell me you expect me to pinch some wealthy townswoman's necklace.
I wouldn't advise that. Often they're fake. Better go straight to the source. Pearl mussels. They're a kind of clam. There used to be plenty of them in a spot in the stream above Denmark. If you set out from Kuttenberg going south along the stream, you'll come across it. You'll recognize it because there are trees growing in the middle of the stream. But be careful. Pearls are valuable, and that place isn't exactly a secret. There's a good chance you won't be the only one hunting there.
Mandrake, a river pearl, and sage? That's pretty wild. What is that concoction actually supposed to do?
I was amazed back then too, but that herbalist told me Mandrake against evil forces, Pearl for a clear head, sage for enduring health. I still don't understand a thing about it, but it worked, so I stopped bothering about it.
All right. I'll manage somehow. Try to get some rest while I fetch that mandrake brew for you.
Henry, I don't even deserve you. Thank you.
I went to confession yesterday.
One rarely sees such a drunken face.
Disappearing like that overnight.
Lord knows what really happened.
God forbid anything.
I apologize.
You look like you're drunk as a lord, Henry. Where did he get so wasted?
Bad luck.
That's not bad at all. What's that noise?
You can't be here. You're not allowed here. Well,
Glad to hear it. Well, when I wash their hair, I give them a head and neck massage as well. Good morning.
I'll have a look.
A word.
Thank you. Come again, sir.
Fighting Brotherhood, take care of everything.
You're only making a fool of yourself. Good boy. You like that?
I'm already a fool, I'll have you know. But I am embarrassed.
Careful.
Just that. I'm really looking
I have
forward
to go now. Take care.
Not here with you. Nobles.
What do you think you're doing?
Why are you skulking here?
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Without punishment.
Not your day, eh? What if I freed you?
I'd scarp her, obviously.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently, some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches.
You reap what you sow.
It's just you.
A fine game versus fine wear.
What's
Nicht if you...
I brought you that safe conduct.
Mein Gott! You really did it! And what about the soldiers? where they are.
They won't be back in this land anytime soon.
You do us a great service, friend, and also save us much money. For that you deserve a reward. Thanks 100-fold.
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you to...
We've got enough to go around.
Tools, iron tools, tools.
Quality goods.
Sweet Virgin Mary.
How are things at home? Calm down a bit.
God be with you. What would you like?
I've come to ask a favour. I'm after some mandrake root.
Now, this is quite a coincidence. You came along at just the right time for me, but not to smack me round the head this time. I need to teach a few people a proper lesson. If you help me, we can talk about that mandrake of yours. What do you say?
All right, out with it. What do you need help with?
There's a gang of thieving scoundrels skulking around here. They keep breaking into the mortuary, and I'm afraid they'll soon start disturbing the departed underground as well. And they're not even after valuables like normal thieves. These filthy swine cut off ears, yank out teeth, shear off hair, and once they even... No, I won't say that out loud.
And how am I supposed to help?
How? We'll punch their faces in together, so next time they'll think twice about disturbing my dearly departed. I'm not about to bother the town guard with this, am I?
I see. And do you know where these thieves are?
No, but that doesn't matter. They come night after night, so if we lie in wait, they'll definitely show up.
Why exactly would they steal such things?
Why do you think? They sell them as amulets. No one's ever offered you a maiden spray to put under your pillow so you'll sleep better?
Don't tell me you can't sort them out on your own.
Maybe I could, but I like a fair fight. 3 against 1 is just too risky.
I should prepare first for a brawl like that. I'll drop by again later.
God be with you, good sir.
Thanks for the herbal brew you sent me. My shoulder's feeling a lot better.
Herbal brew? I didn't send you any herbal brew.
We talked about it at the market the other day.
We talked about the rest in the pantry.
Oh, that too.
You rubbed it on your shoulder.
I mean, I thought...
You didn't... Drinking it.
you?
No, thankfully, I didn't.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now, the Guild Forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the hook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? Are sparks a good sign while forging?
Yes, they're a good sign.
I'm afraid not. It was a trick question. If sparks fly...
Einen Moment noch.
Goods, the fine.
Fish, come and get your fish here.
Welcome.
Of course.
Now I.
All right.
There's and.
And how?
I'm not.
What's it?
No.
Why?
Why?
Don't tell.
Maybe.
I should prepare.
It was good to see you, my friend.
here.
Right on time. Unlike our old astronomical clock, it's been stuck for 30 years. I hope you don't break my trust in you, and that you make a good impression on the others as well. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what... Come now, the guild forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way?
Christ.
How can you tell you're making progress while forging?
The workpiece changes shape.
That's right. The longer you forge, the closer your workpiece resembles the finished product. I have one more question. What's the final step before a workpiece is finished?
Quenching, of course.
Excellent. A workpiece has to be quenched and cooled for it to become hardened. Wonderful. It seems you really did prepare. I reckon the others have a lot to look forward to. Good blacksmiths should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs of my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now. Henry, are you ready?
I'm ready. We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild. Let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig. I do not see it.
Aye, aye. Frisky here, frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders. And now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of a correct heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
That's right.
Wunderbar.
Let's move on to the second.
I'd like to ask Henry if sparks while forging are a good or bad sign.
That depends. When you're hammering the piece, it's a good sign. But when you're heating it up, it's a bad one.
Correct?
I knew you wouldn't be fooled.
Last question.
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
That's correct.
Richtig.
You answered all 3 questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry. Your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
It looks like the lad has a firm...
Let's see, then.
Konzentrieren!
Vorsichtig.
Genau!
What's next?
Take a look at that.
Komm schön.
Stärker.
Nothing special so far.
Almost finished.
Just to not mess it up.
Oof.
All done?
Let's see what you made.
There he is.
Are you ready?
Aber
Viel. I do.
genau.
Look, we'll in the first. If you off, let's
Tell.
that's let's what's
Quint.
correct.
Richt.
Last
I'd
that's you are now. Your here's
Viel.
Let's
Careful. Konzentrieren!
Just like Martin.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
What's next?
Halfway there.
Great work, Henry.
Genau!
It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Nothing special so far.
That looks good. Now just to temper it.
Bring it here! Sofort!
Komm schön.
Stärker!
All done?
There he is.
Henry, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Aber
Viel I do.
genau.
Look, Wilson, if he off,
And
let's
tell me.
that's
Gewonnen.
let's
I
that's I lost.
To keep rhythm.
Correct.
At least that.
You answered all three. Now here's
Viel.
Let's.
excuse me.
See then.
Just like Martin.
Stärker!
I've almost got it done.
Look at that. Nearly
What's
there now.
next?
Komm schön.
It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Konzentrieren!
All done?
Let's see what you made. Excellent, Henry. Good work. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters. Go on,
going to be?
hang up that sword. Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
Worthy masters. First of all, I have to say what a great honor this is for me. Becoming a member of such a prestigious guild in this great city is something I'd hardly have dreamt of just a few months ago. I promise to fulfill my oaths and prove to you that I'm someone you can rely on.
We are glad to hear it. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
What are we going to do about the gold plate?
You can go now, Henry.
Careful!
Very well, sir.
We need to talk.
Oh, it's just you, eh? Aha.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Nothing cool like it. Some.
Well, I've got half finished. Just a bit more and I'll be done. bit. A bit more, and we'll be done. And that's that.
Greetings, sir. Oh, you must.
Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. But make no mistake, you're in for some hard work. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so. Looks like you have some strong hands and that you're not all thumbs. But first you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out. I'll have to open this gate from the other side. You've got to be kidding me. Now just to put it in a sack and take it to the wagon. Come on. One sack after another. Whew. Oh, Christ, that's heavy. Whew. Some of this is bound to come in handy. I wonder what's in store for me here. This looks like it was an apprentice's room. Whew.
Carrying those heavy sacks up and down the stairs. I couldn't have.
Here, Mutt! I can still use these materials. Good as new, I suppose.
Those sure are heavy.
Lugging sacks really never gets old. What's this? It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
Great work. My word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. I like to see that. You see this, Skoda? Your forge is finally in good hands.
I found this. The mark Martin used to use is on it. Do you know what it could be?
Aye. That looks like one of the sketches for that grand project of theirs. They always met up in the evenings after work. All hush-hush, and over something so silly, no less.
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathaus Tower. Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed, so they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Skodder involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet lad. Sakura. Oh, I can't recall, but I remember they did some work on it, but the city ended up changing its mind.
They blew it off?
Not at all. They brought in some Italians, all the way from Padua or whatever it's called. And how do you think that turned out?
They messed it up?
It was a terrible disgrace. The Italians ended up running off along with the money. There was no money left for the repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broken. I remember when it still used to chime. But what can you do? Better to discuss what you want to do with this place.
I want to spruce this whole place up.
All right then. Come, I'll show you something. This was Skodder's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favourite spot. And now it's yours.
It's an honor.
I think there's just one thing left to do. You have to put up a shop sign. So your customers know where to go, right? Have a look at the plans here. work, Henry. I didn't think I'd see this fire going ever again.
We'll get this place up and running again.
Now that you're officially open, why don't you forge something for me?
What do you need?
Nothing difficult. My old axe broke. It served me for many years, even after he died. Only now it's all worn down and crooked, so it's not good for chopping.
Why didn't you get a new one in all those years? Someone from the guild would surely be happy to make you one. Probably for free.
I don't need their charity. Besides, if you're even half as talented as your pa was, this should be child's play to you, no?
Of course. You can count on me.
And don't forget to sharpen it too. I can't chop with a dull axe.
I noticed your brooch. It's really lovely.
It's a nightingale. Shkoda made it for me for our first anniversary. I used to sing while I worked. And he'd always say, "My little nightingale."
It's a real masterwork.
It's mainly a keepsake now. Not much of his is left. Just that old axe. And an axe doesn't make the best love token.
Tell me more about Shkoda.
What do you want to know?
How did he become a guild master?
Not long after our wedding, he passed the guild exam. He was even offered a choice of 2 forges. There were 2 vacant ones. One in town in the Merchant's Quarter, where young Matthias is now, and this one. Everyone was surprised he chose this place. But we figured there'd be more space here. And we were right. People didn't mind walking outside the walls once they saw the big, fine smithy we built here. As our smithy prospered, Shkoda's influence grew, not just in the guild. He even talked about standing for a seat on the council. But he didn't live to see it.
How many journeymen did he train here?
Well, not all that many, to be honest. He started with some lad called Yaneba from Petch. But the boy couldn't take Shkoda's high standards and left. My husband was a strict man. I can't remember a single apprentice who stayed longer than 6 months. Your father was an exception. Him and the Fly. The 2 of them stayed together here 2 whole years. Right to the end. That says something about their skill. They were just fine smiths, and Shkoda held them in high regard.
What happened after he died?
It's all a bit of a blur. I don't really remember that time too well. It all happened so quickly. He fell ill, took to bed, and 3 days later we were laying him out. Suddenly the smithy was full of people. The guildmasters arranged the funeral, the councillors came to offer condolences. The journeyman disappeared without a word. I went to my sister's for a time, and while I was away the roof caught fire. And the rest you know. I was left here all on my own.
I'd like to know something about Martin.
Of course, ask away.
What was Martin like when he was young?
He was a well-mannered boy. I didn't know him outside the forge, but by all accounts he was quite a rascal. Word was, he never missed a chance for mischief. He was always betting on something. Even tried it on with my Shkoda. He eventually talked him into a wager. I don't even remember what for. That he'd leap the brook down on Bach. He took a long pole and said he'd vault right over. It seemed like a clever idea, but the pole snapped in 2, and poor Martin plunged straight into the water. Shkoda called him Frisky from that day on.
How was he at the trade?
Better than good. He wasn't a complete beginner when he came. He'd trained under another master first. I can't recall where from. I think he brought a few sketches with him, which he showed Shkoda, and the 2 of them tried to work something out. He wanted to become a swordsmith, and it showed. He really cared about mastering the craft. He spent a lot of time at it. My husband praised him for being able to think for himself from the very beginning. And he didn't hand out praise lightly, let me tell you that.
How did you get along with Martin?
He was no trouble. Ate whatever I cooked, helped out now and then when it was needed. He was a bit like a son to me, really. Although, he never wanted to talk about his family, where he was born, where he came from. No one could get it out of him.
Why did he end up leaving Kuttenberg when things were going so well for him here?
If only I knew. One day he was still here, comforting me, saying everything would be all right. And the next day, he was gone. Didn't even take his things. I asked after him at the guild, but no one wanted to say anything. I often wondered if he'd got himself into trouble somehow. But I never did find out what it might have been. And I doubt we ever will.
Well, I'm about halfway done. This is almost done. That's one sharp blade. I have that axe you wanted.
Wonderful. Let's see. My word. This is really great work, Henry. Your customers will be tripping over each other to buy your products. Just be warned. People here in the city care more about the quality of work than in the countryside. If something is shoddy, they'll notice it right away. So, if you mess up a piece while forging and it ends up being low quality, it's best to just make a new one. All right?
All right.
Word will spread soon enough that locals don't have to go to the city to have something forged. And you'll have your first customers. Everyone around here knows me, so sometimes they might come to me with orders. I did the same for my husband back then. Does that work for you?
That works for me.
Glad to hear it.
As long as it doesn't bother you.
Why would it? On the contrary, I'm glad. I'll help out around the house, and I'll be happy to help with this too. I don't get out much, so I have all the time in the world. Oh, and one more important thing. You can also sell pieces you forge on your own, without anyone ordering them. There's a storeroom past the left door under the archway on the street, where you'll find a chest you can put products in, and I'll do my best to sell them. Here's the key to the chest. I'll hold onto the money for the products for you, so feel free to ask any time.
Where did you say the chest is?
In the storeroom. It's the left door beneath the archway. You can't miss it.
You've taken on quite the workload, Magdalena.
I don't mind. All the movement keeps me young. In the meantime, you can focus on getting in good with the guild.
What should I do?
The guildmasters are an eclectic bunch. They all like different things. It would be best if you try to be on good terms with everyone. They'll appreciate you, and you'll forge all the more. For example, Boris of Brod loves nothing more than rolling dice. If you offer him a game at the Guildhall, I'm sure he won't refuse. He used to be one of your pa's best friends. He might even tell you about some of their misadventures.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't lie to yourself.
Take care then, and have a pleasant evening.
master, eh, Mutt?
God be with you. Jesus Christ be praised.
Greetings.
Ah, if it isn't our newest member, Henry. What brings you here?
I was just passing by, so I thought I'd stop and greet you.
That's nice of you. How's the forge doing?
Pretty well. I cleaned things up. Soon it'll be good as new.
Well, best of luck to you, lad. Us guildmasters have to support each other, you know? Work together, like friends.
By the way, Magdalena mentioned you like playing dice.
Aye, that's no secret. Anytime, any place. What about you? You like rolling bones?
Of course.
Glad to hear it. Fancy a game now? What game would you like to play?
Emperors, and nothing else.
Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad. These ones here. Alright, that'll do. Well, fuck me! Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. Well, you're not afraid of anything. That's enough. Your turn. Nothing worth mentioning. Alright, that'll do. These ones here. Damn it! They're yours, lad.
Finished. Your turn. Aye, that'll do. My God! Oh, come on! If I was you, I'd take it. These ones here. Aye, that'll do. Oh, no! Not good. Aye, that'll do. These ones here. My God! Oh, come on! It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. That's enough. Your turn. If my luck keeps up, it'll be over soon. These ones here. Damn it! They're yours, lad.
These ones here. Finished. Your turn. No great loss. It wasn't that good anyway. These ones here.
Really?
Oh, now would play it and take that, and you. Nature and what's a one go?
Wait a minute.
Of course. My respect.
Where would I go?
Well, pretty well, but
What about? Glad.
Emperors, let.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time. Well, you're not afraid of anything. If I was you, I'd take it. It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. These ones here. Damn it! They're yours, lad. That's enough. Your turn. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. Why did I even start playing? Finished. Your turn. Well, that's no great loss. You didn't have much anyway. Damn it, I'm so...
Well played. You play a lot better than your pa did. Frisky always had rotten luck at dice.
Really?
Aye, but he did more than all right for himself in other areas. You know what they say, unlucky at dice. Now listen, I had an idea. When you play dice, you could spread our guild's good name.
What do you mean?
Players in Kuttenberg and beyond always appreciate it when someone like a guild master plays a fair game with them. It'll help our prestige as well as yours, and I speak from experience. And so you have something to play for, even with some more discerning opponents. Take this.
Thanks.
And one more thing. When me and the other masters had a good look at you during the ceremony, you seem like the type of fella that's been through a lot despite your age. Am I right?
You're right. You could say I'm a bit of an adventurer.
And that's just the type of bloke I need. Just so you understand, us fellas at the guild are craftsmen, merchants. There are some troubles we can't solve without outside help. And now that we have someone like you, we might not have to go looking for it elsewhere.
What's this about?
A shipment of materials that got stuck somewhere on the way to Kuttenberg. One of our German masters, Klaus Eichner, wanted to discuss it with you. Go and see him. He can tell you more.
Wait a moment. I wanted to ask you about Martin. Did you know him well?
Of course I did. All the blacksmith's apprentices in the city knew each other. We were one big group, but it was different with Frisky. That was real friendship. The things I got up to with him and Fly. These days, nobody would believe me.
I hear he and Skoda tried to fix the astronomical clock.
Aye, everyone wanted to back then. But Frisky and Fly said they'd made some progress. But they could have just been yanking my pizzle.
Well, I don't think Martin was the type of person to joke about things like that.
I suppose you're right. I reckon if he was still alive, he'd still be trying to fix it.
Who was Fly?
A fella called Stander. He used to apprentice with your pa at Skoda's forge. Folks used to call him Fly because he was always calm, quiet, kind of like a fly on the wall. But when he got pissed off, he could really buzz, believe me.
He sounds like he'd be worth talking to.
Aye, only he left the burg, and God knows where he is now. Maybe one of the other masters will know more. Try asking them about him.
What did you get up to together?
Ha! Things that aren't polite to talk about, lad. Girls, taverns, all sorts of nonsense. Maybe I'll tell you sometime, once we get to know each other better. But anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have your work cut out for you at the forge.
All right then, we'll deal with your thieves. But I want the mandrake afterward. Got it?
If we pull it off, you'll get all the mandrake you can carry. Now come on, let's warm up a bit and wait for those wretches.
Let's go, lads. He can't be here now. Are you sure? We've been here several times already. Of course. What'll that old codger be doing here so late?
Cheeky bugger. Get ready, Henry. Just you wait! This old codger will give you a hiding now!
Now you're gonna get it!
Yeah! Don't spare him! Done for!
Hey, fuck that!
Calm down! I surrender!
Bastard! Nice hit! You haven't a chance!
Bad luck! Let him have it!
Get up, you! No!
We gave them a good thrashing. That was something.
I'd say so. They won't be showing their faces again here anytime soon. Here, take this key to the chest where I keep the mandrake root. You've earned it. You'll find it in my cottage larder. It's right behind the mortuary, but the entrance is on the next street over. Farewell, my friend.